last night I forgot to get eggs when I put the chickens up. So we'll see what we have. And I'm hoping that today Zona is feeling better. Something was a little off with Zona last night, or yesterday actually, all day. She wasn't coming over to me. Usually she does whenever we feed them. She is running up to us, ready to eat, likes to be pet, likes to be held. And she wasn't doing any of that yesterday. She was just staying away, sitting by herself under a tree or under the coop, just isolating, wasn't even eating snacks. It was really strange. So I'm hoping today she's feeling better. All right, what do we got? We got 6 eggs from yesterday. Nope, 5 eggs from yesterday. 1 warm one from today. So, all right, they're on new pasture. Let's go get the dogs fed. Eat. Time for your breakfast treat. Are you ready? Are you ready? Wait. Wait. Take it. Oh, good job. Oh, good job. So every morning they get their breakfast. They get a breakfast treat, and then they come up on the couch with me and stand over me, get belly rubs. Floyd will lay down, give her a little neck and head massage. Kinsley will get jealous and go sit in the room. And this is when I get to just sit, relax, think about the day, drink some coffee. All right, I am already running late. It's only been an hour of being, 2 hours of being awake, and I'm already running late. One of the things about living 20 minutes plus outside of the town is you have to plan your trips. So I got a bunch of stops to do on my way out. So, garbage, post office, friends. Have anything in our post office box. Looks like we had a few packages. This is our first official trip to the post office with success. So excited to see what's in these boxes here, but we'll do that later. All right, off to my friends now. Beauty.
Yeah.
It sounds nice.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I like to just start it and just sit here. That's it. Just sit on my tractor. Soak in the diesel and manhood.
All right, so I'm over at Sean's for a couple reasons. Number one, I'll turn this way. Number one, Sean's father and mother just got new washers and dryers, a washer and dryer, and they offered us their old one, which we need. So I'm here to pick up their old washer and dryer, which I really appreciate, because this is our first time having our own washer and dryer since moving away from Portland. And then also just to hang out. Katie's working and she's actually out of town working. So being out here with friends, with Sean, with Holly, who's back in the distance over there, just to hang out and have some fun. So
yeah,
we're gonna
close
check some
by.
things out. Yep.
We're semi-neighbors.
Semi-neighbors, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Why
Let's
not?
do this all the time.
That's right.
What do you think, guys?
So we're gonna be checking
Come
out
on in.
the pig pen that Sean...
So I put a light in here.
Oh, good.
4 to 6 inches of wood chips, of mulch. And then on top of that, just a bunch of hay. And around the sides,
oh yeah,
I put these sheet metal panels just to serve as an extra block, because this wood isn't the sturdiest thing in the world. So this serves as like an extra barrier. And cinder blocks all around the edges to keep the pigs from rooting in under those sheet metal panels. And then just covered the whole thing with mulch and then with hay. And I think this would be a pretty comfortable pad for 2 pigs.
Well, I'm thinking, so what I've heard is that homesteaders will generally test themselves one night before the pigs arrive. They'll come out and they'll sleep in the barn the night before pigs arrive just to make sure.
You know, it's funny you say that, because I was actually thinking that last night when I walked out here, and I was just looking at it and admiring my handiwork, and I was like, you know, I could sleep out here tonight. I didn't do it, but it's comfortable. It's not that bad. Like, the hay will keep you warm.
No.
Well, you can put it to the test, honey.
You're not going to test it out with me?
Absolutely not.
So, initially we had this little hook and eye up here, or down there. That's not going to hold pigs in. There's absolutely no way this little hook and eye will hold the pigs in on this Dutch door. So what?
So you barricaded them in there.
What we did is we put these
thing.
little, what do you call these things? Brackets. We put these brackets up with this metal pole. Normally you'd use this for a fence, a chain link fence.
Okay.
And so we put some screws on here to prevent them from sliding out. So you slide, when you want to open it, you just slide it out, like so, and you can let your pigs out.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. Holly actually had a really great idea for our turkeys, and it's essentially taking a long 2x4, putting it in between some posts on the other side where our chickens are, and being able to drop the 2x4 in one of these brackets that's open on the top.
Yeah.
Drop it in, and you've got yourself a perch. You got a roosting bar. Turkeys typically like to roost outdoors, from what I've read.
Okay.
And so that will allow them to do it. So something very similar to this, drop a 2x4 in, there's your roost. When you need it moved, just take it out.
That's cool.
Holly's idea.
Now, is this going to be an area for the pigs to come out?
This is where they're going to start.
Okay.
So I bought some fencing and a charger, an electrical charger that's a bit stronger than the normal solar one that I'm going to plug in here. And so this is going to be their home base initially. They're going to sleep in there in the pen, but then they're going to be able to come out here and root around. I'll probably extend the fence out a little bit.
Into the field.
Into the field here and into these woods a little bit. And that's going to be where they start. Eventually I'd like to get them out in the woods and help. They'll actually root around and clear stuff up. But for the first month or so, maybe a little bit longer, I'm going to have them out here.
Now, do you guys have any predator issues out here?
So far, not that we know of.
Okay.
We've had neighbors tell us about coyotes occasionally, but from what I understand, they're not horrible. There's not too much predator pressure.
Okay.
The biggest issue is smaller mammals, so things like possums and skunks, which I don't think that's an issue for pigs at all. So
yeah, because we have a bunch of coyotes on our property.
Yeah.
And so
fencing is very, very important for them.
Yeah.
So no, I think we're in good shape. My biggest concern is just making sure the pigs don't escape. So I want to make sure that they're trained on that that fence early and often, and so they don't challenge it.
So with that, are you going to put the fence in their pen with them the first few days?
That's a good.
So when they touch
idea. Maybe like on the other side of the other door, I'll put a fence there, and so they can kind of sniff it out and get zapped, and that way they'll know. Okay, we don't want to go near this thing. We want to stay away from it.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. I might do that before I risk having them out here.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna head up there.
This is
wow.
So this is why you're getting the washer and dryer.
Okay. All right.
We wanted something. Holly, come on in. We wanted something, you know, a little more compact.
Yeah.
To fit in here and give us a little bit of storage area for, you know, just normal laundry junk. So I reskinned this and put, you know, some peel and stick flooring down the bottom. Nothing real special. I'm still working on trim. But in here, this is where we've really put a lot of work into.
This place is transformed like crazy.
Yeah. So that wall, the tongue and groove, we're real happy with that. The kind of faux post and beam.
Yeah, that looks really nice. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Now, did you stain these?
I did.
Okay, you had to stain them.
And distress them as well.
Yeah.
Because they were just normal pine boards.
Really? And how did you distress them? What did you do?
I beat the snot out of them.
With a chain.
Yeah, literally with a chain. And man, what else did I use? Like nails and just different things. And take like a chisel and just kind of scrape down in certain areas to make it look like it's kind of weather worn.
Yeah.
That was actually kind of fun.
How much longer do you think you have to finish up what you want to finish up here?
I'd like to have this side done probably in about 2 months. I think that's a fair amount.
Okay, I agree with that timeline because we're only an hour away. And if you're looking for another project, it's only an hour drive, and we have a similar sized house that can really use some updating.
I will help, for sure. I will help.
He'll help on a daily basis, all by himself.
I did not commit to that.
Well, this looks amazing. Like, you've done a really nice job here.
Appreciate that. It's coming along, and we're looking forward to the day when we can say, I think we're done. I don't know if that'll ever come.
Yeah. Well, then you have outside work, all the garden beds and all the...
Yeah, we've been taking advantage of some of the nicer weather and doing the clearing, kind of the brush clearing, which you've got.
Oh, we got a lot.
You've got a bit to do.
Again, we're only an hour drive. For those of you who are not following the Modern Yeoman, I highly suggest you do. So Sean and his wife Holly Higgins are out here outside of Knoxville, Tennessee, and they're doing some really cool things. So you can see right behind me they have a raised garden bed that they are growing a bunch of food on. They got themselves a big layer flock for their daily eggs and the work that the chickens do for them all around the property with fertilization or fertilizing and tilling. Last year he did a bunch of meat birds that are now in freezer camp, as they say around here. This year they're going to try their hands with turkeys, so they got a couple turkey chicks right now in a brooder inside the house. Recently they just got themselves a nice farm tractor, and they have some pretty cool stuff coming up soon. So they're going to be getting themselves some pigs. In fact, Katie and I are going to be helping them get the pigs brought to the house when we get our own pigs. So if you are not following and you do not know who the Modern Yeoman is, I highly suggest that you go check them out, subscribe and watch their stuff. I'll put a link down below in the description, or you can check them out here with this card. So what are you picking?
I'm picking the spring violets. They pop up this time of year. Really pretty purple flowers. And I'm collecting them and putting them in here, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with them yet, but you can make all sorts of tinctures, and you can even just eat these. They're edible, so you can have a really fancy salad with violets.
Like I could just pop this into my mouth right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it going to taste violety?
It'll taste violety.
All right, that's pretty good actually.
I just watched Floyd pee over it. No, I'm just
Oh, that's what that extra flavor was.
But you can make tinctures. You can make little sodas and things, and it'll add a really pretty purple color. So I know they have medicinal properties too. I'm not sure what they are off the top of my head, but they're just fun to collect in the spring.
Wow, that was cool.
Yeah.
Are there other things in the yard that you pick and you do stuff with?
There was Sweet Annie.
Oh yeah, we do have some Sweet Annie that grows, also known as sweet mugwort and a few other things.
Okay.
It's a really, really beautiful fragrance. We have some of that still drying up in the hayloft that you can use for potpourris and They're like, oh, you want these violets? I already picked most of them over here. They're all over the yard,
He
too.
just rubbed himself all over them.
Yeah.
They're all over the yard.
You're gonna be perfumed, guys.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of different wild herbs and stuff that grow here that I need to learn more about.
Strawberries.
Oh, strawberries. We do have wild strawberries.
Have you done anything with them?
Eat them.
Oh, really? Is that good?
The wild strawberries, not so much. We did plant a strawberry bed over there that grows pretty well. So, yeah.
Your what do you call it? Not your herbarium. The
berry
the berry area.
The berry area.
Yeah.
We call it the berry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So both you and I suffer from drainage issues at
This
our
is
house,
true.
right?
Yes.
You get water in your crawl space.
I do.
I'm getting water in my crawl space.
Yes.
So I went to the store the other day to get something for my homestead that I needed, and ended up not using it, and it was destined to be returned today.
Uh-oh.
And then you said just moments ago that sparked my memory.
Oh, look at this! If you guys
So-
watch the channel, you'll remember a few episodes ago when I talked about my flooding crawl space. A lot of people pointed out that the downspout right next to the crawl space was literally downspouting water very close to the entrance of the crawl space. And so a lot of folks rightly said, you need to put an extender out that'll get that water away from the house. Well, Nate, thank you so much. So you're not using this?
No, I was going to return it because I did something else. So
wow, thank you so much.
So here,
Cheers.
You get two. Cheers, cheers, and then that goes there.
There we go. Okay, let's put them on. Hopper on. Oh my goodness, look at that.
All right, Sean, washer and dryer, back of the truck. Thank you. I know it's from your father.
Yes.
Thank you, Rick. This is awesome.
Glad we could help.
Yeah.
Glad we could help. And this guy's going to be clean again.
Well, if I use them, I'll be clean again. Yeah. So, and the fact that we're an hour away.
Not far at all.
I know. It's awesome.
Yeah. I was saying in my video, I'm not sure if I said it in this video, we're close enough to just stop by for a quick meal if we wanted to. That's how close we are. It's pretty awesome.
Yes.
East Tennessee for the win.
It's the way. It's the place to be.
Yes.
So if you don't know who Sean and his wife Holly are, the Modern Yeomen, they're dear friends of mine. Go check them out. Link up here. Link down below. Love these guys.
Stop on by.
Yes, please stop on by. So on to the next task for me, and saying goodbye for now for you.
Bye, guys.
Okay, so I ended up returning the 50-foot extension cord, and I got myself 100-foot extension cord because the 50-foot was just a little bit too short for what I want to do, so I returned it. All right, on to Tractor Supply for 2 bags of premium pine shavings. This is for our compost toilet, and then I got some Vet RX for, I think, Zona is not feeling well, so I hope this helps her. I got bugs. Hey Floyd, we have a washer and dryer. Oh, that's so exciting. That's so exciting. We got a washer and dryer. Yes. Oh, what a good boy. Kinsley, we have a washer and dryer. Oh, we have a washer and dryer. That's so exciting. The other day when Matthew and I were working on the gutter, we had to remove the metal roofing panels. And when we put them back on, we had new roofing, metal roofing screws that we bought from Lowe's, but they were 1.5 inches long and they were just a little bit too short. So I ordered some new metal roofing screws. These are 2 inches long. They just arrived today. So I'm gonna climb up onto the roof there and replace those screws with these screws, and they should give me a lot more grip. I mean, they should work. So these screws are just the right length. They're biting into the plywood underneath and giving me plenty of grip. I'm being careful not to over tighten them. There's a little rubber washer right here underneath, and if you tighten it too much, it'll crack over time and start leaking. So you have to do enough pressure to where it applies some pressure on the rubber gasket, but not too much, and so I'm being cautious about that. I put a magnet at the tip of the battery for the drill. This was not put here by the manufacturer, and it's really helpful for me to have this here because I can hold my bits or my screws, and so in this case, just dip into the bag, grab a bunch of screws. It's very handy to have. So if you have a magnet and if your drill does not come with a magnet, grab yourself one, tape it on, you're good to go. Works like a champ. Well, I must say that I am really proud of myself. For those of you that have been watching this for a while, you may remember, and for those of you that are new to the channel, this is news, but I really hate heights. And even though I'm not that high up, I am up on a roof. It's a fairly flat pitched roof, so it's pretty easy to walk on, and it's a good starting point for me on trying to conquer my fears of heights. But either way, I'm really proud that I was able to get up here and do this. So I replaced all of the screws with the 2-inch screws. This feels a lot more secure, doesn't bounce around as much when I walk on it. Actually doesn't bounce around at all when I walk on it. So I really like this now. There is one area of the roof that I'm not sure how to take care of. So the roof slopes down, and at the end there's a cap piece that kind of angles up and it's kind of a pyramid shape, and there's a big hole in there. I can stick my fingers in there. The metal roofing does continue underneath that, but I think I need to cap that somehow to prevent water from going, or rain from going in there, and I'm really not sure how to do it. I know a lot of you have experience in roofing. I've gotten a lot of comments about various things, and so I would love some tips on how to take care of that little spot right there. Thanks. What do you think, Buggers? What do you think? Do you like it here? Do you like it here?